What is it? This one you're talking about? Yeah. He said he accidentally bought this. You want some?
Yeah.
That one
I would put it
leaks.
out with that or eggnog. That's what I was thinking. It'd be
Do you pull
very.
this off
I
or
like
screw?
eggnog.
Woo!
I usually get like fresh vanilla
Bottoms up.
and stuff like that for it. Thank you.
Like, do I just pour it in there? It's milky. That's enough. Yeah. Yes. Yes. We live. I just went ahead and made it live.
Hey, hey.
Oh, you did you bring some of that?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Gotcha. That's fine.
Um, well,
Do whatever
let
you
me
need.
know.
I got
Let me know
what
about
is
it.
what do we call it now? I forgot. We have so many. Yes, I have cookies. You want cookies?
Cookies?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I take the cookies.
Cookie. Mm.
I used to call it Earth, y'all.
Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Oh
Somebody,
Lord.
somebody pray. Earth, Wind, and
Oh
Fire.
yes.
If they don't, I'm
You
branding
better
it.
blow
I'm
it.
branding it. If they don't have that, I'm
Uh-uh.
branding it.
Keep them.
hmm That's incorporated. Okay. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah, put the little elements on the package and whatnot. Okay. Yeah.
Woo.
That Earth. Fire. Hey. Fire. Yeah. Mm. See, sure can. Lord. What can I do, darling? Oh, this is what I need to go get right here.
One time for the what? Am I okay? Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess I am. All right. Uh, yeah, yeah. Huh? Howdy.
he
That's
is
how,
he is
really?
good for a good
Hey,
howdy. It gets
I
on my
am
nerves.
great for a howdy.
Yes.
Howdy. Yeah.
Yours is good.
Yeah.
Everybody howdying.
I don't say howdy.
She don't.
I have never heard someone say howdy. So this
She
is
don't.
my first time getting to
But it's
talk
all
about it.
right.
It makes me think of like Woody from Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story.
From
Right.
Buzz Lightyear.
From Buzz Lightyear.
I am Buzz Lightyear. To the rescue.
Yes.
Oh,
So we're gonna play a few
okay.
beats here. See if I can get them going.
You do sing, don't you?
I see.
You
I
were you were
rap.
at the
I
singing.
was.
Okay, I
Yes,
thought
I
so.
was the poet.
Trying to you have your professional on today, so I had to.
Yeah, yeah. I came straight from the bank life, off
Mm,
up in here. You know.
are they hiring?
Yes, they are. Right down here in the H town.
I I do. I'm trying to get on somewhere.
Oh shit!
I
What the
need
hell?
I need one
Oh
for
my
the
god!
fun
Oh my
more
gosh,
than
Bree! I fell off. I was wondering why I couldn't hear myself in the mic.
yeah.
I unplugged the mic.
Oh.
Of course, it happened after the show.
Okay, yeah. How you doing?
Mic check 1 2. Yep.
It depends how old are we talking and what do I have to do.
My bad. I'm gonna fix that, y'all. It's hot.
I'm cool. Yeah. With the lights low. I kind of like that. It looks great. I was looking at the view. It looks good.
Where are we at? We are out here off the wall.
But what is it?
Yeah.
I can do boys and girls club. Hmm. Yeah, no, I was about to say that's long term. Yeah, no, for real, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I percent.
That
Yeah.
is so. I was like, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and see if
Yeah,
y'all are
no,
near each other.
actually at the
Is
cipher.
everybody's mic
That's
on?
when I yeah the green light is supposed to be on.
Test. Yeah.
Yes.
Testing 1 2.
Is yours
Testing.
on? The green light?
I don't really. I just thought y'all had mine low because I was loud. But
Oh, okay.
I don't hear it
I
like I
feel
hear
like I
y'all.
hear it.
Oh wait, I can hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Just
yeah.
a
can hear.
little. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
Y'all found out.
that's when I found out she was staying on the north side,
Oh,
and I was like,
okay.
"Oh, you on the north now?" Because we was talking about the
Hmm.
shows and stuff, and so that's when I thought about it when I seen her on the video. I said, "Oh, she's supposed to be here. Hopefully,
Yeah.
she could just
Yeah,
come
because y'all
see
didn't
me."
know
Right.
until. Yeah, because we're trying to book. Like last year, we would usually do one guest unless they were like a duo and something
Right, or
or
something.
whatever. So this year or this season, I was like, let's book two people at a time. You know, like that
It
helps
was
with
good
dynamics and
though. I
stuff.
liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I seen the video flyer as well, and I was like, oh, infamous.
Yeah, so I didn't tell them ahead of time that they were both booked together. I thought it would be a cool surprise.
No, it was really lit, and the perfect one at that too. I was so happy, and that saved
Yeah.
my life today. I
Well,
was
we
like,
were like talking, because we were like, okay, so from the cipher, like who stood out,
yeah.
when y'all were like the first two that popped into both of our heads.
Oh, it's that
So
Libra energy. I'm trying to say.
and I know we had talked and we had like, we were like, let's do
Cranberry.
something together. So I'm like, let me at least like bring her in, like get that going and we can continue and stuff like that. So
Do you remember Eric? Eric Rodriguez? He went to school with us.
Let me know where that
He's in our class.
I know a few Eric Rodriguez,
It's
so
cool.
it's hard
He's
to
cool. Yeah, you see his facial really well. But anyway, yeah, he's in
Did
the
he hop
chat.
in? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we got cranberry on deck, folks. Got that cranberry on deck.
Where's my drink?
That's your cup, isn't it? Oh, that's your cup right here.
There's nothing in.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I have to pour my own. I don't know what to do.
Oh
just
my
like me.
word.
You just,
Get
yeah.
Hold on.
crap.
Okay, so what were like? There was a couple things that we were supposed to. First of all, shout out to all of our new subscribers. We will do y'all right. I promise you. It only gets better. Yes. Show mama support. Okay, so y'all were saying Lieberman. What does that mean?
So we wanted to put draw the line in the sand between Libra men and Libra women.
Got you.
You know, so Libra men are very like they're actually the girly ones. Honestly, if you ask me, Libra men are very like pretty. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple of famous Libra men.
Okay.
Will Smith.
Okay.
Usher.
Okay.
Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Those are Libra men.
Okay.
They pretty as hell.
Yeah.
Yes, all of them.
Yeah, that's Libra men.
Okay.
Like, Libra.
Okay,
Yeah,
Spice.
they are. I'm talking about like.
Me and Eminem share the same birthday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Eminem is.
See, I love me some Eminem. I'm not even gonna lie.
But we know relationship them too. You know. We already know about him and Kim. So it's just like
Libra women. That's Cardi B, Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
the Muse, IFIMUS.
Yes. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we just wanted to make that.
So how do? Oh, go ahead.
I feel like because of Libra men, we get a bad name.
We get in trouble a lot.
Yeah, we get in trouble a lot.
Yes.
Especially from hetero
Okay,
women.
so and then y'all did name like 3 men who were all like womanizer-ish.
Yeah.
So-
You know, they it's because of them that like we be like, and I'm like, bro, I'm
Because
really
they
not
wanted
like
them.
Yeah, they want them. Yeah, exactly though, for real. They
Wow.
really are.
Will?
I mean, okay, back in his day.
Sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, he told
Period.
his story, and
Yeah.
he definitely had his issues with women.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, by the way, have y'all been checking out Bel Air?
Yo,
No,
listen.
not
Y'all
yet.
gotta-
Not
y'all
on
gotta
purpose
see
though.
it.
Listen.
Y'all
Yeah,
gotta see
yeah,
it. You
okay.
gotta see Bel Air. When
My-
I say they did they
Nah.
made like black excellence.
Yeah.
Like they made it. You know, they're like they changed the perspective of black people on TV.
Wow.
Like for real.
That needed to be back then.
Hillary, yes, exactly. Hillary is not an airhead.
Yeah.
Hillary wants to move out of her house and get
Okay.
independent, but she wants to do it using her gifts. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Oh, okay.
Carlton ain't no
Yeah.
sissy.
Yeah.
He not no sissy.
Okay.
Like, he's smart but he knows himself.
Yeah.
And he moved mountains.
Okay.
Will is come from the hood. Like they've got the perfect character, but he's, you know, you could tell he was just different from everybody
Yeah.
else or whatnot. The mama was actually there from, because you remember in the original, you know,
Yeah.
they had you believe that the mama just didn't care.
Uh-huh.
But they actually tell the story of the
Yikes.
mama, you know, and why
Careful.
she did what she did.
We're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah,
Careful
No,
over
okay.
there.
It's cool, man. I was gonna check it out.
I have a hole in my lip too.
I ain't gonna lie, like I wasn't a big Fresh Prince watcher. Cause
Mhm.
like I love Will Smith, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, but I just think Martin show was.
Come on.
Oh, my
Yeah,
You
like
picked.
I was a Martin
Yeah.
fanatic, and I just went into Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I check it out because my favorite, like when I did watch Fresh Prince, it was Hillary.
Yeah.
Hillary was
Yeah.
badass funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she
was
is.
hilarious.
She was underrated.
Jeffrey was
Yeah.
funny.
Jeffrey was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Oh, by the way,
Hilarious.
Jeffrey in Bel Air is a whole hit man. He's not a butler. He's a right hand man.
Okay.
Like they is so fly.
I
y'all.
love
Like, for real.
it.
Yeah.
Was it hard to get used to the changes?
No, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they was gonna throw at me, and I was kind of like, honestly, it has some comic relief, but it's not comedy.
Nah.
It's a drama.
It's-
You know,
it's a-
yeah, and you know that's one. I haven't watched a single episode.
They
But-
telling a real black family story.
No, facts,
Yeah.
facts. Like I saw a couple years ago. I want to say it was 20 when the guy that wrote it put the promo together, right?
Yeah.
And they were just trying to get funding at the time, right? Will got hold to it and said,
Yeah,
"Yo,
'cause he was
this
the
is
one.
dope."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the
this
one.
is super dope. But I said all that to say, like, I think the whole purpose behind it was to create it in that it would stand on its own. You know,
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
look to the original Fresh Prince
Right.
for any cues. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you can come into it with no
Yeah.
understanding of it and be ingrained in
For
the story.
Sure.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
tell it tells the whole
Yeah,
story
it tells
of
the
the
story on
song.
its.
Yeah.
Jazz is still fresh. Like everybody, like a lot of people. This is opinions that I've heard. A lot of people says that the old Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was cool, but it was whitewashed a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was more catered to,
Yeah.
you know, a Caucasian, you know,
Right.
Yeah.
generation, which at that time
I mean, to get on
probably had
a, you
to
know,
be.
yeah, to get on
Yeah.
NBC,
Yeah,
come
you wouldn't
on.
have been
You know,
on.
to,
Yeah.
it had to be a them, but now it's made into this like realistic
Can we talk about
drama.
growth?
Yes,
Right,
We
right.
I wouldn't say we've been doing something because what we're doing now is going to show in the
Right,
future.
Right,
exactly.
right.
But our people,
Yes,
they've been
I'm
making
so.
some waves.
When I say I've never been more
Right.
proud to see how we represent ourselves on TV,
Yeah.
y'all, I've never been more proud.
We
Like
have,
for
That's
we
real.
have
real.
choices.
I see change.
Yeah.
Like you see black excellence. Like y'all gotta watch it. Y'all just gotta
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah,
For
that's real. That's
For
real. That's real. Hey, yo, if I'm gonna put it like closer to the mouth.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Am I on it?
Are you on?
I'm gonna check
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay,
I'm gonna come
it's
around and make sure
on.
everybody's
Okay.
lit.
I'm
Okay, you are
on.
lit. What color are you? I'm gonna go in here a little bit. Okay.
That's cool.
He's like, I'm gonna go walk around. This is where he gets to check booties.
Yep,
Check booties.
I'm checking everybody booty. Just so y'all know.
we talk
I'm the
about
booty
this
checker.
often, how like a lot of men in entertainment like use their power.
Yeah,
You know, they do that in the corporate world too, but you leave the corporate world and you go to the, you know, to the open creative world and you feel like you can do more of what you want because in
Yeah.
corporate that's gonna be a lawsuit real quick.
Right, real quick.
But like in entertainment, people keep their mouths closed because
Yeah.
they're trying to get somewhere.
They're trying to get somewhere. Yeah, no,
And-
for sure. I definitely don't like that. I feel like it's really hard, especially as a female like business woman, to actually come into contact with genuine. It's like I don't want to look at our guys like that. Like I
Right.
don't like why. Like I be so
Right.
disappointed because
Right.
I'm like, man, I'm really trying to work. Like, and you like really not on that.
Right.
Like,
All right.
it's an insult to me, but still, I'm so
So-
disappointed.
On, you know, National Women's Day, International Women's Month. I'm gonna take a moment to kind of speak on that
Yeah.
as the man in the room. I was raised by all women, right? 22 years straight, all females, and then I was born, right? And yeah, exactly. So like for me, I feel like I got a firsthand seat as to like the all of or majority of that feminine energy, you know, in all different faces and shapes, and you know what I mean, what have you. And what that did for me was created an ideology that like it started from these women like my grandmother, my mama, you know, my aunties, you know, being the ones that actually reared me, right? Taught me manners, taught me how to respect myself and respect others, men and women included, children, what have you, right? And so I said all that as a preface to say, when I decided, as I was a little bitty dude in diapers, that same little dude that was getting trained his manners and say yes ma'am, no ma'am, and all that shit, like it also catered a mindset of that I knew I wanted to go into performance, right? I knew that I wanted to be an artist. I knew that I wanted to create music, and I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I was going to do it and it was going to be huge. But coupled with my upbringing, and then growing and maturing as an adult, right, even a young adult, and seeing all of these stories, hearing, and it's gonna get real for a moment, just like it did in the episode, but hearing these stories of domestic violence and rape victims and all of these just in regular everyday life, but then you take that and put it primarily in the entertainment industry, and it's 10x, 100x. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, heck, you know, with the all of the outing that was happening with the Me Too and everything like that a few years back, when it was like every week you was hearing somebody else. You know what I mean? And like I decided very early on, you know, like it all goes in together for me, like the content in our art,
Yeah.
in the things that we create, right? It has to be of a certain nature, it has to be of a certain substance, right? And then you take the relationships, the interpersonal relationships, like me as a man, as a heterosexual man, like I couldn't see myself having like building a professional relationship with someone of the opposite sex, and unless I'm trying to pursue them in a romantic relationship, trying to like finesse the situation to be something else, like I couldn't, like that. I abhor that. You understand what I'm saying? Because that not only I represent me, I represent my household, I represent my name, right? But then I hold a company. You know, I'm a performance artist. I'm people facing, right? And so like that stuff follows me. And not only does it follow me, but now we take it a step deeper. My lineage, right? My kids. We already battling generational curses. Why would we continue that? You understand what I'm saying? And like for me,
It's
like
not
I'm
enough to break the last ones. Don't create
bingo, creating more, right? And then to bring it all to a head, it's like we're talking about a livelihood here. We're not talking about hobbies. You know, it's like, oh, I like to sing, I like to do karaoke. Like, nah, like everybody at this table is in a journey in the process of, or right now in the midst of doing this as their livelihood, right? And so me, as the CEO and owner of Real Music is Life, as ArtisticVirtuoso, the performer and the artist, like that's detrimental to my business to be operating in that capacity, right? So I have zero tolerance for that.
Right.
I have zero tolerance for anybody that I work with to be moving in that way.
That's not the energy.
That's not the energy that we have. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just like, you know, in other corporations and stuff like that, where, you know, somebody, they get wind of it, they cut you off. You know what I mean? You starting to get canceled. Like, yes, I'm about that, right? Like, you can't be I can't be you close into the circles that I run in around. And come on, it's woman heavy. Look at the room I'm in right now. It's female heavy, right? We're in the era of the woman. You understand what I'm saying? So your best bet is to
bow down, bitches.
Oh, and let me tell you something, honey.
Well, that was a comma, not a period.
Hold on, we need a period.
The ones that don't mean us no good is so upset too about it.
And look,
They are so mad.
I'm happy that they upset, because guess what? Those are the very ones that's gonna be watching on the videos, making these rude ass comments and boosting our motherfucking what you call it.
With them
So,
hater
like,
views.
Look.
So no lie, so my girlfriend or whatnot, Kill the Keys.
I'm hot. My bad.
She is no stranger to speaking her mind. You think
Check
I'm
1 2
bad?
check
Oh,
1 2 check check.
She is a whole nother animal. Like
Wow.
she really doesn't care. So she got on Instagram and said how she felt about being an artist and dealing with some of these promoters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like if people ran it up, like, you know what I'm saying, they was like, you know, yeah, I've been feeling the same way.
Wow.
And mostly I noticed that it was like the uncle. Uncle type, you know, the creepy uncle.
Yes.
It's them type.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that was mad, like literally, like she blocked them. They made like over 10 pages.
Wow.
Like just following her in her stories. Trying to see what she's talking about. This, that, and the third. Like it was crazy. Someone actually threatened and said that they bought Low Key the Movement's name. They said they got on Instagram and tagged her and was like, we bought the LLC and we bought the but they posted a picture of the DBA.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything because we already knew they didn't get the LLC because we were in the making of buying it ourselves. We was already in the process. You know, we just haven't gotten the formation document.
Who was out there doing that much?
So he bought the $15 DBA, which mind you, absolutely
don't mean nothing.
Right. It means you it still mean you work for us, nigga.
Right.
You're doing business under our name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he posted the DBA, and of course, you know, a lot of uneducated people thought it was a hard hit. Like, oh, they did low key like that. This and the third. Oh, it's some struggle behind this name. Like, oh, they did low key like that. You know, I was like, well, honestly, being a proud motherfucker as you are, I know if you would have gotten the LLC, you couldn't have resisted but to post it as well.
Right, correct.
But of course you didn't. You posted
he ain't spending that money.
I could literally go to Katie and get the same DBA and the different because it's a different county.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can go to how many counties is it? Like 100 or some odd in Texas?
Yeah,
like you can have 150 DBAs.
150 DBAs. You want to have $15 war with the DBA,
right?
Like, you know,
at the county level.
Anyway,
at the county level.
At the county level, right? Exactly.
We ain't even at the state level yet.
Right, exactly. So you know,
have several seats.
we went and you know what I'm saying, we got our formation document.
Did your business, you know.
Did our business. I ain't
Like a real woman do.
Posted like a real woman do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we posted our LLC. You know, we ain't say nothing regarding giving this
Right.
nigga clout. We was just like,
Yes.
we was like, we was like LLC. Thank you, Lord. Give it to the Most High for us owning low key the movement.
Right.
Boss moves. Hashtag Black excellence.
Yes.
Hashtag women's rule. Hashtag Black
Right.
women rule.
Hashtag you tried it.
Yeah. But you know, it was just like, it was amazing. But also, I learned a lot in there. I learned, you know, I learned how upset we must have made someone to actually to even take the energy to get a DBA. Like you took the energy to go to the courthouse.
Gas is high.
Right.
And sleep is fun or anything else.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is an older guy, been doing
That's
this
cute though.
far longer than us and everything.
And he want one of y'all.
Yeah, I was like, why would you want to do? Must be her, because
Which one of y'all turned this man down and hurt his little baby feelings?
Nothing. He ain't never tried that, one of us. But I mean, like, it's just, you know, it's just wild. Like, it's crazy. And they don't care how you
That's
look.
cute though, because guess who's giving you all them views?
That's what happened.
And that's exactly what my point was.
They hated and they said what they wanted to say. They tried to
like,
talk
come
bad on us,
on,
but
man.
what happened was people was intrigued and they wanted to see.
Yes, that's what happened.
So we continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? We continue to thrive, and honestly, like, it's approaching just a year of us doing this, and we never thought that we'd be in this position.
You
Like,
know how sad of a life you must live. Like this is the after show. This is the after show. Bitch ass niggas.
No, that's it. That's really it.
What it is.
And what's crazy is, you know, even now we're like, shit, we want to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? With them, we're
that gives
do
you
know
fuel.
How powerful
yes.
Like, if people can see two people that openly got into it and said these things, and people that got in between, and we come together for a bigger cause. Your platform and my platform. What's up?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This ain't about your feelings. Like,
correct. Period.
You know, like, this is bigger than that, dog.
Right.
It's bigger than that. Like,
because you can only get so big by yourself.
That's it. You can only do so much by yourself. You have to expand. You have
one
to
chase 1,000, two chase 10.
Yes. So, you know, like, we understand that. Like, so that's why we do everything in our power. Anybody I can connect with. When I first met you, I was like, "Can you come to the show? What you doing on Thursday?
Yes.
We got this going on."
Yes.
I like anybody that's doing something. Like, cause I'm like, look, I don't do that. So can you come?
Yes.
What is it gonna take for you to come do that?
Like, if I'm
you
normally like, I say I don't have a lot going on, but
that's a whole
lot. I will make time if I can squeeze in the time. Ask him. We will do it. If I can make it fit somewhere, we will do it. But let me know if it makes it to my calendar. I'll be there. If it doesn't make it to my calendar, so you got to be like, hey, put this in your calendar. Because if I don't, not purposely,
I understand it. But
I'll forget.
But it's just the persistence of wanting to meet anybody. Like, I'll never be that big. Like, where I feel like I won't meet nobody.
Correct.
Truth enough, I need God, but I'm not blind to understand that He brings people.
Yes,
exactly. You know, that's part of how He moves.
That's exactly how He moves. You know what I'm saying? So I want all my puzzle pieces.
Right. Correct. Correct. Period.
Yes.
But to piggyback off on what everybody was saying, like, the industry is just filled with just, blood sucking or energy.
That's right.
Energy and ideas sucking vampires. And I think the best way to do that is to shine, right?
That's
right.
That's
how you kill vampires.
Yes.
And I thought it was very clever for you women to be like, you know what? We're not even going to reduce ourselves to that level.
Yes.
We're just gonna post the LLC.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
We're like, we just gonna post it or whatever. Like, I'm like, this is gonna say everything. And what's funny, what was hurtful was, there were people that we had along our team that I don't really call everybody family and stuff, but they took the initiative to call us family, this and the third. And when it was time to stand up, and when it was time to be firm behind believing in something, when he made that post, he tagged 2 of the team members, and they folded. They said they didn't want anything to do with it no more, and they have their brands to worry about. When the whole time, what Man, nigga, we are the fucking brand. Like, what are you talking about? Nobody even knew you before this time. I'm not even trying to be like that. But we're nothing without each other. Like, you crazy. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, like, they went on, they did other things. But what hurt me the most is because, you know, especially as a lover, seeing people that she trusted, like, and she don't trust people like that. People that we allowed in our home. Yes. It put up a guard up for sure. That we know exactly what we know. We know it.
Yeah,
And that hurt. Like that hurt because like they really folded on her. They said they was like, oh, they went on the internet and said, oh, we can't fool with people that don't have their stuff together. They talking with the ops. But they never asked us what we had going on. They never asked us how we was gonna handle it. They just, they exactly, you know, and they retreated. Yeah. And I had no respect for them after that. I was like, But to be honest, like you gotta shave some fat, and that needed to be shaved. Facts. And as they left, y'all feel a little lighter, don't y'all? And look, but the team grew. The team grew. Yes, like, yes. The team, we grow that muscle, lose that fat. Man, I'm trying to tell you, but it's just those type of lessons that I've been learning.
And I learned to like.
Won't be the last time. That hurt. That won't be the last time.
See, that's what I've learned.
But those boundaries, I've learned to set those.
I feel like that's what, and I think what's most important is to learn how not to be triggered. Learn not how to be hurt by so many things.
That's right.
We in the industry.
That's right. It's gonna happen. It come after you. It comes after you. And it does. It does. Every day is something. There's always somebody trying to get over. There's people that wanna. I would stop asking black owners for free shit. If you don't go to Walmart and I mean, ask them for free shit, like not stealing, but if you don't go to Walmart and ask for free shit, don't ask your friends and them for free shit and act like you supporting them. They get no support off of them giving away stuff. They get none. They only get support off of their revenue. I just saw a meme. It was like, you don't go to Rihanna, like, you don't go to Fenty, like, saying, hey, can I get a discount? Or, hey, can I get this for free? Or, no. Like, you proud to pay it. Exactly. So,
barter. How about that? That's barter. You
correct. Like, for real. If you got something I need.
It's a time and place, for sure.
For real. Like, that too. Like, but people that just want to come around and they just want to be like, you know, oh, let me just go and get this or this and the third. No, I mean, like, hey, I know my worth. Like, if I can help, I can help. But, you know, if I can, you got to respect the business. You know what I'm saying? Friends and family especially. Like, there was a pastor in here earlier. I don't want to butcher the name of his church, but he was selling some shirts. Christianpreneur University, because they have like networking social events, and so I was like, oh, I'll buy a shirt, you know, like if I have $20 I can support, you know. And so he was like, huh? Yeah. And so I was like, let me know, you know, which colors and blah blah blah. And so he was showing me the shirts, and he was like, I was like, how much are they? He's like, well, they're really 25, but like they have been 20, and I told her 20, so I'll tell you 22. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, I sent you 25 because that's your price, and that's what you want for it. Like, that's, you know, and I have an extra $5. If I ain't have it, then I'd be like, I'll catch you next time, you know, or something, whatever. But yeah, like get like, because at the end of the day, like $5 is a big deal. To be honest, like especially when you're thinking about something that costs a certain amount to get. So a $5 difference in a $20 to $25 item, that's a big difference. That's the difference between breaking even and making an income. Right. If he does that 100 times, like how much is he losing? You know? And that's what people have to consider. They have to consider the long term. When you think in business, you're not just thinking of that right now or just that one person. It's that one person multiplied by how many times that gets done. That's how much money you're losing, you know, a year or infinite amount. So, and if he wouldn't have said, well, I normally like I'm about to start charging 25, if he would have just said the 20, I would have gave him the 20. Because I would have been like, that's what he asked. That's what it is, you know? But he mentioned the 25, in which, like, and it reminded me, like, we're all so freaking human. Because he is a pastor of a church. Like, their church started off, he told me, in a space about this small. They grew out of that and then grew out the next one. Now they're in a really big, nice church. Right?
And even somebody with that much growth and confidence, he was still like, well, I was 20, but 25. Like he still couldn't be like, and like that just shows me like we're all like so like self-conscious of ourselves. Why? Because guess what? If he was selling that t-shirt for somebody else and that was what the shirt was $25, he wouldn't have been like, oh well, sometimes 20, sometimes he would have been like 25 because he knows that his boss said or whatever. Like we need to have that kind of confidence in ourselves.
I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate because look, I don't like the structure of business that we've been accustomed to.
Right.
And when I say about the structure, this is my opinion. No, I'm not an expert. No, I know I don't need any validation, but I'm gonna speak it because I want to. Who gonna pop me? But anyways, the structure of business is sneaky. It's conniving. It's deceitful. Like you have to stab somebody in the back to get money.
That's how they make it.
That's how they make it. And it's like, nah, you don't gotta do business like that. And with him, I think. Because I worked in sales, I did sales. I was out there saving babies, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to save the children when we had to get people to sign up and everything. And what he did was business tech.
Okay.
That was
so he played me.
Yeah, it's like selling vacuums, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, I forgot the saying. But yeah, he was just trying to push it. Like, just trying to push something. And like, because like, the thing is, I heard so many red flags. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's the court, but it was just like he's a pastor of a church, you know what I'm saying? He grew, he got a big congregation now, but he can't decide whether he want to sell a shirt for $20 or $25, but you got a whole congregation.
Right. Man. Well, he had told her 20, so she was giving it. So I think he was like, there's going to be a discrepancy if I tell her 25, like kind of thing. I don't know. That's kind of how I took it.
But then tell somebody else 25. What is the price of your shirt, sir? They could have been $10.
Right.
They could have been 12.
Right.
Perception is a motherfucker. I've learned that too in life too. I mean, it's how you view things or whatnot. Perception has been big in my
perception
learning.
is reality.
Because
period.
I know my problem. Yeah. What is you selling this for? My shirt is $20.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can you
and I think that kind of doubles on what Bree was saying, because like I give you a prime example. I work in banking now, and I had a guy that came in, a client that came in today who was actually a client of mine in my marketing business years ago, right? Hadn't seen him in years, right? But I was working with him at a time when I wasn't as confident in my approach. I was definitely confident in what I was able to do, but I was not confident in presenting that in a way and standing firm on my pricing. And that's something that we struggle with, kind of like to your point, right? Because I didn't want to, like, I've always, kind of like you, I've worked sales most of my professional life, right? And mainly because I'm just good at it, right? Yeah. My grandma will tell you now, I'm selling snow to an Eskimo. Yeah. And I actually was resentful to that for a long time because I don't want to be categorized with the slimy, sleazy used cars salesman. Yeah, I didn't want that, right? So like I went away from that. I went into customer service as a result, right? But what I learned was, number one, whenever somebody's buying something, they're less likely to buy the thing. They're more likely to buy you, right? Yeah. So if you present yourself in a certain way, like perception is everything, right? Yeah. So they're literally deciding if they want to buy based off of their interaction with you. That's number one.
How you make them feel.
Correct. And then number two, how I got great at sales is understanding I'm not selling anything. I'm more of a consultant than anything, right? I'm going to find out what their needs are, what are they interested in, whatever the case may be. Now, it may seem a little bit skewed when we're talking about apparel, something like a t-shirt, but at the same time, it's like, hey, I'm doing this thing, right? I'm going to get to know, build a little bit of rapport with the individual to find out if this, you know what I mean? It's like I got the Christianpreneur shirt. If you're a Christian, I think that you will rock with this. You're a Christian and a business owner. Right. Oh, yeah, this is you, right? This identifies with you, right? And so going back to the point, I saw this guy, helped him out, and he went on about his way, but I thought about it, and I was like, I was selling this man a $1,000 per month service for $150. Why?
What costs $1,000 a month?
Your marketing. Every month.
Okay. Yeah, no,
so it is. Just paying 10%, like roughly 9.
Roughly. roughly. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
I can
Why?
sell it.
Because I was so caught up in this mindset of they don't got it like I don't got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so just like I'm trying to get it, I'm going to meet them where I think they at
Yeah.
to try and help them out.
Right.
Right? Now, there is two sides to that because there's a lot of what you were saying, a lot of that shady shit going on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But I feel like most of us out here, just like that old, like, you know, most people are good people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just had bad experiences, been hurt, et cetera, so forth.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of us, we struggle. Those of us that once we just shave the fat of those people that are just screwing around and trying to screw over people, and what we got left, we shave that down to the people that are consciously, you know, running their business and operating and presenting themselves in a way of knowledge of self, right? Knowledge of their business and their capabilities, etc. But that's a small percentage. The large majority, they're pricing themselves wrong. They're pricing their products wrong, right? Just because they're trying to make the sale, right? But just like you said a minute ago, right? You sell this $25 shirt for $20, $10 to enough people, right? Like, yeah, you recoup the money to make the shirts, but you haven't made the money. Like you didn't go into business to pay for the shirts. You went into business to pay your house note, pay your cell phone.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Put up a savings for your babies, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. And so, like, I feel like that's a huge, like, just as much as what you were talking about is an issue. It's like a
You gotta have an approach, because if you go into business with the only side of thinking about money, like you ain't
nah.
That's why
The whole correct. The whole purpose of a business is solving a problem.
Right.
If your business is not solving a problem, your business is not going to last.
Yeah.
Period. Right? Most people, like, as a matter of fact, the main reason why businesses fail within the first 3 years is, number one, because they're not in a problem solving business. They're in the making money business. Right? And then two, they're pricing the shit wrong. They don't even understand checks and balances in their own books. Right? You, like I said, you shave a few off, and I know this because I did the same thing. I went out of business in my first venture doing the marketing, because I was doing that. I had 5 clients that I was getting to pay me $100 $200, right? $300 for $1,000, $1,500.
Crazy.
And look, and this is one of the things, I'm gonna close it with this. One of the things that I learned in this process, doing a lot of like business coaching and watching a lot of, you know, tutorials and different things like that, is one of the a few different people have said this same thing in different ways, in that you have to, first of all, set the standard for yourself and don't buckle, don't fold from it, right? Because by shortchanging yourself, right, you're limiting your potential, you're limiting what you could do, right? But then on the other side of it, those clients that you're working with, you shaved the price down to work with them. Those are the worst clients ever.
They paying a refund.
Right. They paying a percentage, literally a small percentage of what it really costs, and they the main ones calling your phone with these problems.
Way more time.
They the worst
If time
ones.
is money, they take all your money.
Bingo. Right. But then on the flip side of it, like when you charge a premium and add tax, those type of individuals, they gonna pay their money, and you ain't gonna hear from them unless what you said you were supposed to do didn't get done.
Amen, somebody.
Period.
God knows that's true.
And that's been free game from Art.
God knows that's true. I'm taking that home.
No, for real.
You just reminded me. I finished my client's website last night.
Congratulations.
I did, but I did not tell them that I was just happy to.
She's like, I'm just happy to be here.
I told her it was going to be done.
Right.
I told her it was going to be done, but I didn't, like, you know, follow it up with a.
Yes. Like, you went sleep probably after that.
Yes, I was prepared for all-nighter last night, and it didn't even take all night. I was like, well, now what do I do with the rest of this time I was supposed to be awake?
With that luscious cup of coffee you put on your snap, that was fire.
Oh, my gosh. It was not even delicious.
It looked like it was. It was supposed to be.
Yeah, it wasn't, because I didn't have my normal creamer. I was out of it, so I used some of the little packaged creamers.
Our coffee was what they call them? A catfish.
Ew, yes, because it was beautiful. Yes, I got catfish. It
But
did
that's
not.
how everything bikinis nowadays thanks to fucking social media.
Right. Put a good filter on it. Like, ooh, that look
I
good.
was talking to my homegirl, right, and she was talking about the club experience nowadays and how, you know, when you actually go to the club, nobody's like having fun anymore. Nobody's turning up anymore. But on Instagram, you'll see that same girl that's been sitting in the corner, do this. And on her Instagram, like, she look lit. It look like she turning the fuck up. She waving the camera around. And the whole time, this all you see her doing in the club in reality.
Right. As soon as she done, she back to this here.
Right.
Right.
She did it for the gram for 2 seconds.
Right, for real.
And it's like, man, that's the one of the things that I think that is just taken away, because I think it's just taken away from the human aspect.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I love people, you know. I mean, I like y'all, you know.
It's okay, we love you too.
You know, I love them.
She was like, y'all need to reciprocate.
Right.
It got awkward.
It's hard, and I just think that, like, social media and everything, that, you know, with this whole advancement in technology, it's like we're taking a step back in humanity. It's like every time like we going to the moon, it's just like, nigga, we at war. I'm just like, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
We can't get within 6 feet of each other,
Right.
or we might infect each other.
Right.
We gotta wear a mask. Don't look at me. Don't even understand really what I'm
and
saying.
I feel like that's taking the God out of it.
Yeah.
They already took God out of the schools, and it's so funny because it's just like you can't go nowhere else, whether it be China, Indonesia, the Philippines, and say, hey, your God is making me uncomfortable. I can't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they can come over here and say
Yes.
that. But then it's so crazy. But in our Pledge of Allegiance, it says,
One nation under God. That's a whole lie.
yeah, I already knew what I was talking about.
Yes.
That's what I mean, and so it's just like,
Well, so it's like, first of all, let's start off with, you know, who do we think God is? You know what I'm saying? Like who do we think God is? Well, girl, look, she was ready.
Yes, she was ready.
Let's see, my God, our God, your God. I'm just like, it's awesome. He's amazing. He's every good thing. So just think about every good thing. Like when you think about something bad and you have a good thought about it, that's God. If you drive down the street and you see a good sign or something, that's God. He's every good thing. He's all the good in you. He's all the good that you want to be. He's all the good that you want to seek. He's all the good that you want to speak. That's who God, and guess where he's at? In you. That's why God is he is like the architect of architects. Like he created everything within us. Like within us. And that means we don't got to go nowhere.
You ain't got to look outside
You
for it.
ain't got to go nowhere and get it. And it's just like, it's so crazy because when you find them, it's when you're alone. When you got to search from within, like when that pain and it, because I'm trying to, like, as I get older, like I'm understanding that, you know, pain is inevitable.
Right.
Like if you try to hide under a rock, it's going to find you. So
Yes.
all the way.
That's a tool, sis. Like, and that's this is one of the things that I learned. It's scriptural, but where it really hit home for me was Napoleon Hill. All right, the author of Think and Go Rich. Right. There's a chapter in the book about adversity. Right, and he used a parable of sorts that said that in the midst of every adverse situation is a golden nugget. Right. And in that, literally changes your perspective and changes your experience, right? To where you learn, right? You learn how to maneuver through that situation, but how God works, he doesn't think about on the molecular level, right? He thinks on the global or the generational or the grand scheme, right? Exactly. Correct. So like when we're going through these certain individual, these travesties, these tragedies, these adverse moments in our life, is like we get so caught up in the moment that we lose sight of the big picture, right? And so like to the point where when we come out of it, it's like, man, like if he hadn't been with me, I wouldn't have come through that, right? And then not only do you have the testimony of being able to come out of it, but then when you tell it, right? that's what changes the lives of other people.
Right.
Right? And that's not when you start to get into the generational aspect of it. Like you telling your story, you telling your testimony, and then it inspiring somebody else that's going through it or knows somebody that's going through it, etc. Right? And now they can go and tell it based off of what you shared. Right? And now you, like that literally is the waves, right? The ripples where you throw the pebble in the water and the waves go out and they create bigger and bigger ones. You understand what I'm saying?
That's exactly because like the thing, because this is what I've been wrestling with, because I'm like, first of all, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't like the Romans because what they did to Jesus. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep a book. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the Romans. I don't like seeing Rome was built in a day. You know why? Because they was doing Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to win anyway. That's but the thing is, like what you was saying, like the whole grand scheme of things. It because I was just like, man, why did Jesus have to be crucified? Like, why did that have to take place? And it was just basically because it's just like he can't live our life for us. He can't do this for us. Like, if he would have still been here, we would have been running Jesus, Jesus. Look, how come Jesus, Jesus, how we do this? Jesus, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, I gotta leave y'all, so y'all do this on your own. I already gave y'all what y'all needed. You go ahead. I mean, it wasn't like the proper exit, but it's just like.
But that one, see, back to perception, that one action means so many different things.
Correct.
So many different people.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's the example of anything pure. You know what I'm saying? Anything good. Because for me, you know, the crucifixion was all about, you know, denying self. You know what I'm saying? Like
my God did not want to do it.
He did not want to.
My God cried tears of blood.
Like suffering. He didn't want to suffer. He actually asked God, "Can we not?"
You're
like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can we not? Like, he was crying blood. Like, my nigga was like, "I'm not with this.
I am not with it, but
actually,
thine own will, not my will, be done."
He cried blood.
Yeah.
Teardrops of blood.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it. And then Paul, his homeboy, when they came to get him, he was like, "I know you lying, chop it off." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
your boy Peter,
your
boy Peter,
yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, "Oh no, you not." You know what I'm saying? And like, his heart was good, but you know he had to do it. He had to go through it. Your friends, and then when people want to say blood is thicker than water, I got something for that too. When God made the grand announcement that he was like, "Yo, y'all, I'm finna die. I gotta die." And everybody was like, "Well, what about your mama? What about your daddy?" And he was like, "Who is my mama? Who is my daddy? Only those who do the will of my Father, which is in heaven." You know what I'm saying? Meaning sometimes you have to walk this thing alone. Actually, to get to your destination, you will walk this thing alone. You know what I'm saying? So it was proof that it could be done. It was proof that there is success in doing it. It was proof that, you know what I'm saying, that we had no excuse. You know what I'm saying? That we could do it if we just be guided.
He said even in death. Conquer.
Yes.
And that's I said, okay.
So it's like, you know, cause it's
man,
like
the chat going up. My guy said, "Those who go with you often never grow with you."
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, like when you find yourself on your spiritual journey, you'll find yourself dropping off all type of people.
Right.
You have to give up all type of things. Like honestly, I talk so much shit because when I get on Facebook Live or Instagram Live, there's always people like from back then that's following me. You know, they knew how I was raised and would call what I am right now sinner, or I was going to hell. Like, these people had me scared to live my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had me real scared. I posted a video of me and my girlfriend finally kind of announcing, you know, that I was in a lesbian relationship, and found out that they was in church in Bible study passing the video around,
Oh
having
my
a whole Bible study about
gosh.
about me being a lesbian and me turning away from God. And I was like, I never said anything about turning away from God.
That's
I
big.
love God. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And I really, for the longest, I struggled with the fact that everything was going right in my relationship, but she was a woman. And these people had me thinking that God was gonna kill me. He was gonna kill me for loving somebody. They drilled that in my head, having this perception of God that I didn't want, whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? And then I got out here by myself, and not only am I learning and I'm going through these lessons, but I'm getting to know Him myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what He really stands for.
Exactly.
So.
And I deal with that too because it's just like when I was younger, like I used to say, Father, like I could have been anything else. I could have been a murderer.
Yeah.
I could have been a thief.
According to people.
A crackhead, but it was just like, I'm okay.
I was like,
right.
I'm a lesbian.
Right.
That's what they say though.
Right.
That's what they say.
Right, because they'll forgive you if you did something and came back from the pen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, I'm like, I could have been a hoe. I could be around here.
Right, yes.
And nobody, they would have accepted that.
Hey, she gonna be her, so.
Right,
yeah. She'll grow out of
but
it.
I'm automatically a first class ticket to hell because I decided to purely love one woman. You know what I'm saying? Because that woman has given me the healthiest relationship and the greatest peace of mind and love that I have ever had in my life.
Wow.
In my life. I have never had a healthy relationship. And I know because I was so uncomfortable. I was like, we're not fussing, we're not arguing.
What's going on?
Like seriously, like I don't feel no type. What's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Wait, I'm growing. Wait, I'm dealing with my own issues because I don't have to worry about yours. What's going on?
Right.
Like, I'm growing. I'm working on me. What's happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. But I would have, if I would have listened to them, I would have missed out on all of that. And you know what? I would have been just like them, miserable.
Right. Yes. Worried about somebody else's life.
Worried about somebody else's life.
Like, you going to hell? I see you. You know, you ain't gonna see me in hell.
You ain't gonna see me.
You gonna see me in the line. We going two different places.
Right.
I know I'm going.
Hey.
You gonna see me in the line. That's what you gonna do.
Drink some water. Oh.
You better watch out because he don't play by me. I'm gonna be at the reception desk when you get up there.
They're like, hey girl, what you
Oh, that's you.
Not with the glass.
Maribel.
Oh, I knew that spirit. You didn't expect to see me here, did you?
We're closed. Come back to. You gotta wait out.
We've reached capacity.
Yay. Yay. Right.
But no, I just like, you know, I think the worst of mine is one thinking that they were better than anybody else. And another reason I feel so strong is because my mother herself was a victim of it. You know, I found out so much about my mother after she passed. Like, she was vibrant, she was beautiful, she was, you know what I'm saying, like, she sung, but this wasn't the woman that I knew, like, while she was raising me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? My mother spoke of depression, anxiety, you know what I'm saying, but she worked multiple jobs, I believe, trying to distract herself from it, and this, that, and the third. And I go to find out that, you know, she was a great influencer in the church. She made a mistake. She slept with a married man, or whatever. And once she made that mistake, the church condemned her so hard that she spent the rest of her life trying to prove to these other no good motherfuckers that she was a good person. Let me tell you something. I don't have to prove to nobody that I'm a good person.
Right.
Because y'all look on the outer appearance, but he looked at my heart. And my heart and my intent is pure. When I mess up, when I make a mistake, it's okay. I ask for forgiveness. I feel bad. Of course I do. But I'm not going to let that disrupt me from my future. I'm not going to let a lesson set me back from what I got going on in my future. Like, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not going to have me depressed. Y'all not going to have me anxious. You can dwell on the past all you want to. I have passed it. I've asked God to forgive me. 9 times out of 10, I came to you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need you to validate who I am.
Right. That's good.
I am who I
That's
And I
good.
think what it is that even with the church folk, the thing is with the church folk, why I'm so intimidated is because I live my life transparent.
Yes, same.
If you was to live your life transparent,
Same.
Right.
being gay, baby, is the last thing
What
you
you
ever
Right.
say?
Correct.
Hey,
Right.
What you saying?
being a lesbian is the last thing. The last
Yes.
thing,
Yes.
like.
And then I realized I was like, y'all the ones coming to follow me. So then I gave them instructions on how to block me because some of y'all old.
Because they don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I just look.
They
like,
didn't accidentally turn on the notifications.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, I'm like feeling bad about, and I'm trying to be all conscious about what I post and what I say. And I'm like, wait a goddamn minute.
Right.
I signed up for this Instagram. I signed up for this Facebook. Leave.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes God be toxic because sometimes we want to be petty. And sometimes God be like, nope, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, no,
Don't give it to
Ooh,
him.
I be like, ooh, God.
That's giving him the power.
No, yeah, no. We
That's
not
why I
talking
just
about
send
it.
it to my best friend. Be like, girl, I wanted to post this and be petty.
You're like,
No, but it's like, you know, if I feel like expressing myself, like, you know how many times that done bless somebody? You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting over here trying to hold all my shit in. Fuck.
Right.
And somebody over there going through the same thing I do, and 10 people then told them they ain't shit.
Yep.
And they listen to a message or something like that, or they see somebody else that has the courage to, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, just talk about what they've been through or whatever the case is. It ain't gotta be about nobody. That's messy. But if I'm talking about a test or a situation that I feel like I've overcame and something that I feel like is worthy of somebody speaking about, you know what I'm saying, then that's a blessing to somebody.
Right.
Because it was a blessing to me to hear somebody has been where I've been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That had traveled the exact type of road that I traveled and able to say, you know, it's okay, you can come back from it. That ain't gotta be.
And you don't even like understand the ripples that makes.
Yes.
For decades, generations. Like you boosting somebody or you know, like making them look within and see something else. They could go on to do this or that or help these people and that person help, you know, like I never really thought about things that deep until I started teaching theater.
Yeah.
I started, that's when I actually started Off the Wall in 2017. I started teaching children's theater. And me, you know, when you think about yourself, you're like, I'm me. I've been with myself this whole, like, my whole life. Like, I'm common to myself. I am just this person, you know? So that's how you kind of, like, usually go throughout your life. Like, I'm just me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I know how to teach theater. I'm going to teach it.
Right.
Like I'm not anybody special, you know. And for these kids to start looking up to me, for their parents to call me, and just for like just to see them and them be like, oh my gosh, this is the first time I've ever been on stage. I'm so scared. Like I won't be able to do it. I've had kids like trying to drop out like the first day, the first week, the week before the show because they're just like, I can't do this. I would never be able to do this. And to see them go on stage and do it, and it's just like I got so addicted to that. Like, oh my God, like I can help it, you know. And so like I loved it.
Your soul was fulfilled.
Yes, yes. That is like my like high, you know. And so I had this one student whose parent was a principal. She had the whole principal demeanor, attitude, like that's a principal, you know. Me, I'm sitting here like 30, scared of her, like low key, like oh, we're friends. It's
right.
Mistressful.
Not that bad, but yeah. So she called me one day and she was like almost in tears, and she was like, "My daughter made middle school mascot, the mascot for their middle school," and she was like, "And I'm just calling to thank you because she would not have had the confidence to even try out for it if she wouldn't have been in theater with you." And I'm sitting here like, so this is not a bad call.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Like I'm still trying to get over that, but I'm sitting here like letting it sink in, like, that's so cool, you know? And I was like, well, thank you for like, she called me to let me know that, you know? Like, and the thing is, her daughter had already, like, she didn't get to stay in theater because she was like, I'm going to go do, you know, whatever. And so we cried about it, you know, whatever. Like, oh, you know, go off. And like, I'm like, that's what it's for. They always feel bad when they leave. But I'm like, this is a stepping stone for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay.
Yeah,
Like you learned what you needed to learn,
and then
and you go apply that.
And some people have an issue with that. That's how life works, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like you are in places for seasons. You go through things in seasons. You know, everything in seasons. And that's dope. Like that's fire. Because that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
It was people like that that helped me when I didn't understand, you know what I'm saying, what I was worth. You know what I'm saying, and what I could do. You know, so
I had this one experience like back in high school. Like I said, I was serious. I was the senior class president.
Oh, I believed you.
Yo, we know we used to like I was a part of this youth, this multicultural action youth project it's called Maya. It's called Voices of the Future. And what we did was we educated and we facilitated to the youth about human rights. So we'll go to elementary school, read books, and talk about, you know. You know, but it was just multicultural though. So we used to host town hall meetings. Like we used to get the whole fifth ward to come to E.O. Smith.
Wow.
Not there no more, but that was the pillar in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Are our mics still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a pillar to the community, and we hosted our town hall meeting there. We got the kids to come out. You know what I'm saying? And our VOF, we also was a music group. You know, we all did music, so we rapped, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Switch
so
my chin around.
Fifth Ward, you know what I'm saying? Fifth Ward, like on, like, you know, in Bruce Park area, you know what I'm saying? They got this little blue store. A long time ago, they got this little blue store that you can get spreads from. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Somebody, you can get like spreads with the sausage and the chips and the cheese. You go to the store and they go, give you that spread. That was back in the Gap, but anyway. I'm up there with my cousin. I rarely come to that store because I'm not from that side of the track. But you know, I go over there. There's folk over there. But I'm at the store with my cousin and stuff. We all like, cause everybody be out there. You know, everybody. You know, mind my business. The little girl was a little girl. She said, "Hey y'all, that's that girl that right there that be rapping. I want to be just like her." And they,
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Mind you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a ninth grader.
Yes.
And they touching me like this, like touching me like, can I like
overwhelming.
And I was just like, yeah, I ain't got no money. I'm walking back home like this. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get $5 for
Exactly.
on Saturday.
And they looking at you like, wow.
Yes.
He was on the stage rapping. That's all they
Yes.
And I was just like, I keep going.
But see, that is the stuff like that, man. It's stuff like that makes you encouraged, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, hey, y'all.
Because you don't be knowing.
You gotta constantly think. I wouldn't say constantly, but you gotta think about that. Like, just where we are right now in this moment. Like, there's people that are like, man, I wish I was there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And we just sitting here like, this is normal to us, you know, or this is what we do.
Right.
You know, we're gonna be on another podcast, this is, in a couple, like that's, but there's somebody sitting at home that's like, my lights ain't even on right now.
Right.
I just charged my phone in the car.
Yep.
If they even, like, well, you know what I mean? It's
a struggle out here, man. Look, and I'm just learning, hey, man, how not to be, I guess, triggered.
yeah.
Not
I like that though.
Hurt or
Yeah.
build up this callous because I love principle. Look, I'm not perfect at all. There's some things that I done to some folk. I'm truly sorry.
Yeah.
I'm talking about recently. There's some things that I did. Like I'm
Yeah.
not too proud of. Like, but look, I'm changing. I'm on a journey. I'm
working.
better.
Yes.
Like, I'm a woman.
Bear
Like,
with me.
understand. Like,
Yeah.
well, you know what I'm saying? But anything, there's some things that I'm learning, and I feel like since I got this little look in me, I just want to get good.
Yes, truth serum.
If anybody got a problem, let me know.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
I'm tired.
Head out.
Oh, put it in the comments. Let us know. Hey, anybody watching, if y'all want to air something out, if I must,
Or any of us.
or any of us, yes, y'all got something to say,
I'm not perfect, like I said, man. I do not learn to just like build this callous of principle.
You're not gonna be perfect. You ever.
Just build this callous of principle. Just to, being, honest, being,
The truth
true
is
to
a light.
yourself, to myself.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, it's just like I get myself in these situations because I'm like slow to think. I should be slow to anger.
Right.
I'm slow to react. I'm slow to
Process.
the process because like I'm too afraid to speak because I don't want to step on toes.
Right.
I got on my boots. I'm stumping on the motherfuckers now.
Yeah,
Understand?
no, look, I'm telling you now, but that's
In a way,
that's
I'm not
a
being mean.
no,
I'm
that's
just
a
saying.
that's a
Respectfully.
honestly, that's a Libra challenge. Like a Libra's challenge is that, and that's why I exercise what is also known as my throat chakra a lot. Because
you better exercise that throat chakra.
Because
Well,
Cause I literally like it took a while. Like I was the same. Like I didn't want to step on toes. I wanted everybody to like me.
Everybody's so worried about the toes. We always worried about the toes.
But no, don't get it twisted,
right?
though. Don't get it twisted. Like I still would two-piece you. Like
yeah. No, but by that time, I was angry enough to do it.
Yeah,
because I didn't say X, Y, Z
but
before then. So now I'm ready to kill you.
Yes.
Like because I'm just like because I'm like I'm not making no sense at this point because there's so much build.
Right.
I'm like you threw me in the box out of the sandbox in the 5th grade. Like,
right.
You know what
and
I'm
it's been festering.
Right. Like, so it's just, so yeah, I had to learn how to speak, set boundaries.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So that pressure don't build up.
Yes, people will like run over you. Like they will not care. Like if you allow them.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yes,
that's all day. All day.
And I had to learn that. I was naive to that.
Oh, I was so naive.
I was like, no, they didn't think that.
I didn't learn it and I still fall into it.
But it's all good because everything be happening. Because I still, all those blessings, they come.
Correct. Because that is one thing. You still get rewarded.
It vigorously. And they don't ever like it. But it be happening.
But that's why it happens. Like especially when somebody wrong you. Like I heard a pastor say one time, man, bless my soul. He's like, when you got, like, that's one of the reasons why, scripture says, like, bless those that despitefully use you and stuff like that, right? Turn the other cheek to your enemies and stuff like that. He's like, or in what was that, the 23rd Psalm where it's like, he'll prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies, right? So the way it was broke down was like, okay, when somebody wrongs you, by you not getting the revenge, you're giving God the opportunity to get it for you, right?
Yes.
And what'll happen, this is the icing on the cake. This is what really blessed me. What'll happen is the preparing a table in the presence of your enemies, you're going to have a front row seat for the downfall. And they're going to have a front row seat for your exaltation.
Yes. God will literally make the enemy your footstool.
Right?
And I'm working on that, y'all, because look, I'm reading like audio books and books because like I have like a kind of I'm gonna be honest, we all adults here. I have like a vengeful spirit, not a revenge. I'm not gonna go out and seek revenge.
Right.
But I just want what's coming to you. I don't want
more.
You want to expedite it like next day.
Like and the thing
Same
is,
day.
it's just that like with past relationships, it's just that it's not that I want her to be exposed or anything. I just want people to know that I'm not crazy.
Right.
Not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Some things that transpire.
And that's why, and that's the whole purpose of you falling back. Like, I've sat and listened to you guys talking about like the spirit of your sign. You know what I mean? Like the characteristics of it. For me, I fall on the Capricornius, right?
Capricornius.
Yeah, Capricornius. And so part of that, there's certain elements that both of them have, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is a very strong, very
Persuasion is what I call it.
Right, and then like the IDGAF.
No, that's the Capricorn part. Capricorns don't care about nothing
at all,
especially if it ain't about no money. Like they literally
at all.
Yeah, they don't care.
And so, like, but one of the challenges that I had growing up, because I don't necessarily relate to the instances in which when it just any old body have choice words or feel a certain type of way about you. Now, I will tell you, because in adolescent age, right, when things are very unclear and you don't necessarily like understand how people do, right, you have to kind of like go through and experience that and have your own life lessons. But I'll never forget being bullied and talked about as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And going to my mama like time and time again, crying like, "Oh, they making fun of me," and she hit me with the classic, "Oh, they just jealous, baby," right? And there was this one particular time that I told her that, she told me that, and something clicked, and I'll never forget it. I said, "You know what? I don't think they're jealous. I can't resonate with that. That doesn't really resonate with me. But you know what does speak volumes?
What?
I don't really care if they like me or not."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's when this something turned on in me, where my motivation was, and I told Bree about this just the other night, is like, you know what? I have a very strong passion and a strong inclination to sow into those who sow into me, right? To fuck with those who fuck with me. You know what I mean? Love on those people that love on me. And that not to discount those that don't, but it's like they don't matter, right? So it's like I'm not even going to give any energy towards them. If they want it, they can come and get it. But at the end of the day, I'm not even fixing to waste my time on them, right? But the struggle comes for me when it's somebody that gets past the exterior, gets to that heart space, right? When you get, you know what I mean? It's like we were talking about with family. Sometimes it'd be the ones closest to you. Most times it'd be your own people. You know what I mean?
Those are the ones that have easy access.
Correct. They know your buttons. Yeah, exactly. They know how you tick. They know what things will kind of set you off and shit like that. And it's like, you know what? It was later in life when I realized, like I had that moment that you was just talking about a moment ago. It's like, nah, they really ain't. Wait, did they really say that about me?
Yes.
That's how they feel about me? One of my closest ones, right? And I'm like, right, and I'm like, yo, like that's what, you know what? Cool.
Right.
Bet. You know what I'm saying? And like truth be told, I'm not even finna sit up here and make it look all superficial, like, oh, that don't matter to me, or oh, I didn't feel a certain way. It's like, nah, I'm an emotional human. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful as a man, talking about what y'all were talking about earlier about like men, we don't, like most men aren't shown how to express themselves, even less are given the room to truly express themselves. But I'm one of the far few that were raised and cultured and taught and given the room to understand our emotions and how they work, our triggers, right? And to not only understand them, but to express them, right? So I have no problem with that. But the challenge comes in not just acknowledging that you feel a certain type of way, but how do you deal with it? And that's what a lot of cats, like that's why the jail is so packed. Correct, because like 90% of your life is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it.
Because everybody gonna have some shit hit them.
We just talked about it. Like everybody experience adversity. Everybody. And it just so happens to be, because our skin is darker pigmented, that our experiences are a little bit heavier than the average person. You understand what I'm saying? But the other piece that I didn't tell y'all, but what Napoleon Hill was saying was the level in which the adversity you experience is equally connected to the level of reward on the other side of it, right? So correct. So the deeper that hurt that you feel, the deeper that vengeance that is motivating you, right? If you can transmute that energy into something that literally creates life, that is a life force, right? Now, not only are you heaping hot coals on their head, right? Because success is the best revenge. Period. But it's healthy. But I'm sorry, I was done. Yeah.
No, I was like, look, like, to piggyback a couple of things. First, your family is the roadmap to life. Because you got, I know how many uncles I done dealt with out in the world that not my homie. auntie, the cousins I done dealt with, their attitudes in the world that are not my people. So when I gotta go to work, I'm like, damn, you remind me of my husband. Right. I know how to deal with you, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they are the roadmap to it, and I can't remember the next point I was making. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm getting a lot older than age.
No, like there's like that's exactly how life works in any aspect. It's like you take those experiences that you went through and you already know what to do moving forward because that's all they're doing. They're preparing you for each level of your life.
What I hear is like all of us are pretty like laced up. We have things to tell people.
Yes, a lot.
So we need to get together a little more often than not and do some things, make some.
Y'all off the wall now.
Yeah,
period.
Hey,
We's family now.
I'm trying to get a job.
I will definitely be contacting you.
I'm be signing up the everything.
And I know y'all already got the brand and everything going, but Real Music is Life is definitely here to serve. Yes.
Look, so like, you know, of course I just mentioned earlier about like wanting to connect my puzzle pieces. So it is what it is. You know, it takes 7 streams of income to become a millionaire.
Period.
So, you know, I'm looking for mine.
I don't know if you've already, like, I don't know how much into the Houston scene you have, like, gotten, but,
they created their own scene.
Obviously, but, there's a lot of unnecessary competition.
Oh, yeah, so, definitely figure that out.
Working together a lot more.
Yeah, and we're annexed from that, if you haven't noticed.
We definitely figured that out. No, for real. I noticed or whatever. I think I know of most of like the names here. You know what I'm saying, and so forth, and kind of like I guess the traditional whatever people have going on and stuff like that. And because I'm not from here, I like to stay as clear of it as possible.
Right.
Period.
But you know, if it comes my way, I gotta deal with it just like any other problem. But yeah, I'm feeling, kind of trying to stay out the way.
So yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Is just like continue to keep that open mindset of working with people. Obviously, not everybody.
Right.
So I'll come in a little bit.
Yeah.
My bad.
Are you
My
good?
hips was bothering me. I had to turn the chair around. That's right. Rest the hips a little bit.
Yeah, no, I already know.
Man, it's hard being a woman.
It looked comfortable.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it looked comfortable.
This is how I used to get in trouble for sitting like this
in school. Yeah.
Yes, they'd be like, turn your seat around. I'm like, so comfortable.
The best part of the day,
like giving it a hug.
is taking that bra off. I'm trying to tell you. I'm
Man,
trying to tell you.
I didn't know about that until my adult life. I was like,
you never get to take your bra off.
Nah, I don't know what I thought. I slept in it and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I go back and depends.
Now, if I got on clothes, I can't sleep. Period.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Sometimes I be in the car like, oh Lord, let me just.
And weeds, honey. Ever since like I went like bald or whatever, they are the most irritating thing that I have ever. I used to worship them. I used to couldn't go out my house without my hair done or some weave or something. Now,
I love it.
Like,
I wanted to mention it earlier and get you to talk about it a little bit because it's fire.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, that joint is fire.
No, bitch. No.
Wait, what?
What was it?
They was ready to. They was like, what?
Because look, wasn't I just talking about color? I was been talking about color. I was thinking about it on the way up here. It's like, you know what? I need to buy my color on everything.
Like, so I have a lot of women. They be like, oh, I'm finna cut my hair and this and the third or whatever. When they see it, and I be like literally. Like one day I woke up, my cousin, the post GHL, y'all can follow her on Instagram. She is a bomb ass hairstylist, and she was like, that was the same cousin that brought me out here, and I was like, cause I want to cut my hair. I was like, I want you to cut it off, and she was like, why do you want to cut it off? And I was just like, well, cause I'm tired of spending money on weave every couple of weeks, cause I'm real rough and I got a lot of work to do. I'm in a new place, so I really just don't have the time you know what I'm saying, to keep it up. She was like, okay, cool. So the first time she cut it all even. It was all low, but it was even. And what started happening was we dyed it blonde, but when the sides started growing back in, it made it look like a fade or whatever. Like the black started growing in here first because this is the lowest part.
Right.
So it started, growing and it made it look like this. Yeah. So we was like, let's just shave it off, shave the sides off or whatever. The first color I did was green. So that's how I introduced myself to the music scene, was with the green mohawk. Yep. So now this is my 30th year. Lord's will not happen. I'll be 30 October 19th this year. So I'm trying to prepare it to go platinum.
Okay.
Yeah.
That girl so scandalous.
Hey.
Oh my God, yes. I started doing the rainbow braids like about a year ago, like right before my birthday last year. And I started, he actually, so I was like, I don't know what to do with my hair. And like when it gets to this point, I keep like cutting it off and then I let it grow and then I cut it. And so it's always in that awkward
stage. It looks like you got a lot of hair.
It's a little bit there.
That looks like a lot of hair.
And so
I was like
get
braids.
And I was like, I've only had braids one time as an adult. And other than that, it was when I was a kid. So I'll try braids. So I go and get braids and I come back and they're colorful. And he's like,
that's not what I had in mind.
And I was like, I don't know, I just wanted to try something different. And like literally everywhere I went, oh my God, your hair. Oh my, can I take a picture with you? Oh my God, your hair is awesome. And I was like, I kind of like how this makes me, other people feel.
No, for real. No, I do. Honestly, it looks really, really, really cute. Like either way, and I think you had it different for the cipher or whatever. But I like it natural. I love it, especially now.
This is jacket 1B.
Hey, that
Lies and deception, nigga.
That's all you.
Nigga, that's scalp. That's from the pores.
That's it.
Brazilian, Russian.
Let me see your edges.
The Simone.
Let me see your edges. Yeah, that ain't no, that's real, y'all. That's real.
No, I had locks for almost 13 years. I know a real lock.
You said you cut
I
them
had
off.
just cut them. It's been a little bit over a year, so we talking about like maybe 13, 14 months now.
I can see you with dread.
That was like
right before we connected. Yep.
Reunited and it feels
So good.
It actually did. Like he would come down
that
here.
was sweet, yeah.
Like, okay, so we hadn't seen each other since senior year, like pretty much graduation, senior year, 2005. And he hit me up. We got reunited. Okay. Because he was like, I'm gonna come down to Houston, see what you got going on. I'm gonna help you. I'm trying to get back in the scene, blah blah blah. So I was like, cool. So like he would literally come down here and we would sit on my couch in the living room until umpteen a.m. in the morning and just talk and laugh like we were little kids again. Like
real. That's real, friend.
Yes. Like I'm like, but the thing is, when we were actually in high school, we never talked this much.
Not nearly.
We were in the same circles. Our friends were friends. We were friends.
We were cool.
Yeah.
Like, and I was actually telling one of our mutual friends, actually, I was like, yo, like, I told her when we first reconnected, I was like, yo, I always seen you as one of my people. You know what I mean? Like, that one person in your group, like, whether it be at work or at school or whatever the case may be, it's like, y'all don't hang out at each other's house or nothing like that, but it's like every time y'all around each other, it's just like love. It's like, man, that's my nigga right there. Like, yeah, like that was definitely Bree from Jump Street.
Great chemistry, like great work chemistry. Like I fuck with it. That's what makes the whole environment comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
to be honest, like he's gave me so much like motivation, inspiration, energy. Like I'm surprised he's still able to walk around as much as he gives to me and as much as I take from him.
Whoa, you better say that. You better say that.
I don't know if I would still be running my business right now, to be honest.
Oh, that's dope.
Give a round of applause for the man stepping up, and then he still.
Because it's hard out here running your business by yourself, or it's hard being a CEO. It's hard being a leader, period.
Yes, it is.
Because you can't look to followers
You can't tell them anything, like, because they're not strong enough to, to tackle what you got going on. So There's only normally one good person you can relieve yourself on, and it's the person that's probably going through the same shit as you.
Facts.
Oh, we definitely switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give him his weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
But you know what's crazy is like kind of like going back to what we was talking about earlier. It's like, you know, a lot of guys don't necessarily understand the power in supporting a woman. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Like in any capacity, right?
Amen.
It's like, yeah, like everybody say, oh yeah, like my mama the strongest woman I know, and woo 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 blah blah blah. But it's like, you know, like okay, so mama starts selling plates out the kitchen. You in the kitchen with her, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
You flipping them styrofoams. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
You running the cash apps and the Zelles and the you know what I'm saying
Right.
and the Square. Like nah, you know what I
Right.
mean. Like you're not in the trenches with them. Or you know just take it a step further. It's like you know if your friend or girlfriend or whatever the case may be, wife, whatever the case may be, like wants to do a thing, right? Like they going against the grain, like it's easy to encourage somebody to you know go into this particular career or go to school and do these different type of things, you know what I mean? But it's like this entrepreneurship hustle, you know, it's a different level of beast, right? Because like number one, you don't have office hours. Yeah, you might have some online and like on your Google, you know what I'm saying? It is 25/8, right? Because as soon as the fire go, you gotta be the fire extinguisher, right?
Yeah.
And so like for me, it's like it comes easy because like I'm probably one of the most bomb cheerleaders on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like I love gassing folks up. Like, you know, like, hey, I'm coming through with the petrol, right? Like, yo, you got this shit. Like, come on, king, come on, queen. Like, you got this. You know what I mean? But like to be down in the trenches is like it was easy for me because like we work in the same avenue, right? We all in the creative arts.
The thing about it is the things that I'm good at, he's trying to like learn and maneuver, and the things that he's good at, I'm like lost and I'm trying to learn.
But you know that's our thing. That's the Libra.
That's the constant battle in us. It's just like should why?
So like no lie, like I'm like expanding like ever since, you know, of course here in Houston, I have expanded like my mind to so many different type of things, mind, body, and spirit wise or whatnot. So like I'm really like into like energy now, you know what I'm saying? And I'm into earthly healing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm into all of that now. I'm trying to, you know, to branch on out there and see kind of what everybody has going on when it comes down to, you know, spiritual strength and so forth. And
you know
so
what's so funny, oh man, I cut you off though. When you talk about spirituality and everything, you know, everybody always talking about all these different gods and everything. They believe in this God, that God, or they don't believe in no God or whatever.
yeah.
But you know what? It's only one devil.
It's only one.
It's only one devil. It's like I don't hear different devils.
But to be honest,
Right.
One evil. It's just one
evil.
Evil. Like
it's really only one God. It's just that people want to categorize.
Right. They personify it in different ways.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm learning.
In this scripture, this is the God we praise.
But no, listen, like so, you know, you got Jesus, and then you got literally like the same story, like
in several,
in a different name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's how we're so tricked is we so busy pointing the finger at who got the right name that we missing the whole
story.
We missing the point of the story.
And it's
like the point is
all the gods, like literally, like mostly all the religion.
Then God said he had many names. Let's just go there.
I'm a God of many names. When he said my cloak, you can. It's a scripture in the Bible where you're not just gonna work with your kind of people. It's like you wear a coat of many colors. I can't remember.
I know that's Joseph. I know Joseph was the dude with the coat of many colors. But I know he said he was God of many names.
Something like I don't know, can't remember.
But yeah, you know, so it's just like you know, I feel like if Christianity especially gets a little caught up into, you know, what we gonna call them instead of just focusing on that he is the way, the truth, and the light.
Period.
That's what he is. So if you're in truth and you walking in the light, then you walking in him. It's every good thing.
Every good thing.
Yes. Every good thing. Good thought, good spirit.
That's God.
All that.
And that's the God in you. That's God.
Yo, I wanna double on that and just talk about how glorious we look in this stream. I just wanna we look fantabulous. If you wanna take a
I've been
you wanna
looking at me for the past
yeah, like we look good. We look good. That melanin is popping in this
is.
screen. You understand me? No filters needed. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this is all natural on here.
And they like, how you get your skin like that? Water.
I bathe. You know?
I've been like, I've been exploring these new, it's like, look, the
Yo, your skin is fire. Yeah.
It's even good without the makeup. I've been using this black soap.
Yo, black soap is so fire. You hear me?
It's so smooth. I've never had it clean like that.
Yes.
Yo.
This is what the gods felt like.
Yes, not for real.
Listen, like normally I wash my body like with a body wash or with something like little fragrance, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, she say fupa. Loofah.
I don't use fupas.
She like them too, though.
Hey, ow. Yo, but like nothing gets that face clean like that black soap, baby. Man.
It's black soap.
Come on, it's black soap.
I ain't gonna lie, my grandma used to keep that little whitey like that. No, that dial.
That dry you out so.
Man, the antibacterial.
I ain't gonna lie, that's my
orange.
favorite soap. That gold. Oh yeah.
That orange.
It just does something to you. It make you smell like grandma. Ooh, smell like grandma.
Man, listen.
That was their favorite.
Child, that bar of soap with this Houston water, you be dry as a petrified bone. You hear me?
You ain't lying though.
What? You gotta oil up twice after you get out the tub.
As soon as we got Granny had that Vaseline, look, at my grandma's house, she didn't have no shower, y'all. I'm saying we had to take the hottest baths, y'all. Like, and it was so, like, it was hot. Like, we would stick, like, I would be crying, like, it's so hot. Girl, get your ass in the tub. Okay. Hot,
Right. You in there boiling, making gumbo. If I must gumbo.
It was the best. That's one of the best baths, though. It was the best bath.
No lie, when you got out, you slept good.
What?
Did I? That was it, man.
I don't know. Like my mother was, she was older when she had me at 40.
Wow.
So, she had a lot of that natural healing. Like I can't commend her for that. She was a nurse, true enough, but my mom had a healing spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that for her. Like for real. Like she was one of those old women that had like plants everywhere. Like aloe vera.
That sound like my grandma.
Yeah, no, for real. Like she was really in tune with that.
Yep.
Know
If
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
walk by your house, I'm sorry. I probably would have took one of your aloe vera.
Yeah, she had aloe vera that she actually would grow and use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that aloe
Eat
vera.
it, whatever.
Hey.
Put it on my
Face, grind, yeah,
Yo, like matter of fact, I was having these mad scalp breakouts, and like when I had my locks, and I was, you know what I'm saying, get that fresh aloe vera, put it in the scalp, you know what I'm saying, like ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, no, for real.
Hey, matter of fact, like you can actually make an all natural lock and twist gel out of it. Yo, slaps. Oh my goodness, but to make it a hard turn left, you bust that thing open and listen. It feel a little
Yeah.
what?
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
And a little slip.
Yeah, a little slick.
And a little slip. Then it's all natural.
Yeah.
I never tried it, but I don't know.
Hey.
I don't know.
Woo. Well,
A
sticky situation. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantabulous evening. You definitely you're in for a treat this season. I'm so grateful for our guest this evening, Musik the Muse, IFIMUS. We are Off the Wall. You can catch us on all platforms. Off the Wall Television, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Holla at us, man. We're doing some really cool stuff out here, man, and we are all about the community. That's one of the things. That's really the reason why we do this here. Is all about the community. We create these platforms and these circumstances to be able to connect with other individuals, and just like Sis was saying earlier, we connect with other artists and creatives and entrepreneurs, etc., that are doing their thing to be able to make their presence bigger, right? And we're able to trade off, right? Fans of us may become fans of them. So like if you're fans of us, definitely check their stuff out. You're gonna love it, right? And vice versa. If you came in because you one of their people, dope. That's what's up. I'm sure you'll like what we got going too. So stay tuned. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This has been Off the Wall Nights, the Kickback. And we'll see y'all next week. All right? Yeah.